Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Friday. I hope you all had a wonderful week. The plan for today is going to be doing a little bit of stretch, some core, and when I mean core, you're going to be working both the abs, the back, and probably a little bit in the chest and the shoulders. So just be aware of that. For next week, remember we'll be back on Monday at 5:30, Wednesday at 5:30, Friday at 5:30. So 3 days a week from here on out. Let's go on and come down. For today, the only thing you're gonna need is a mat, a towel to wipe off with. I've got some books because we are gonna be doing a push-up series and we're gonna do some offset push-ups. So if you want to get into those, if you can find something that's pretty short, nothing over 6 inches, to do some offset pushes, that would be great. But we're going to kick off with the stretch portion. So if you need to grab books or a mat, you can. I'm going to come down to all fours, and I'm going to start with the rock backs. And again, I'm just slightly narrower than shoulder width here for my first 5 reps. Next 5 reps, I'll be about shoulder width. And then the last 5 reps, I'll be all the way out here, a little bit wider than my shoulder width. Overall, 15 reps. And it's just gently going back, trying to push your bum into your heels, okay? So we'll go ready and begin. Just a nice slow rock back. I'm pushing with the palms of my hands, trying to reach back to my heels, coming forward. There's 1, 2. I'm just gently moving through this range of motion. I'm giving myself just a little bit of a push at the end there. And what you'll notice is that your lower back might feel a stretch all the way through the glutes. Here's the last rep. Coming up, going to shoulder width. Pushing back. There's 1. Coming forward. And as you get wider, you'll find that the stretch gets a little more intense. There's 2. You might feel it in your adductors. A little bit deeper in the glutes. 3. 4, coming back, there's 5, coming up. Now we're going to go to the widest, a little bit slightly wider. My knees are at the edge of my mat. You'll notice my back feet here, you can see them in between my legs. I'm going to angle my feet. What that'll do is open up the hips a little bit to give me a little easier time to get a deeper range of motion here. If you have your feet straight, you might it's a little tighter on the adductors and you won't be able to go as far back. They're both great variations of the stretch. If you want to make it a little easier, you just angle your feet in, you just touch your toes, and that'll give you just a little more range of motion to go back. Both are good, and that's just the variation at this, okay? So go ahead and begin, going back. Here's 1, coming forward, going back for 2, coming forward, going back for 3, 2 more. Here's number 4. And remember, just at that tail end, give yourself a little push with your palms. Make sure your back stays flat. Coming up, last one, here's 5. Coming up, go ahead and relax for a second. We've been pushing on our palms. Roll the wrists out a little bit if you need to. If you want to grab a drink of water, please do. The next stretch, we're going to be doing rock backs, but now we're going to add in a little bit of stretch for the adductors. And what you do is you go shoulder width apart for your knees, and whichever leg you want to start to kick out with, that's up to you. But you're going to come out into like this side lunge kind of position as far as where this leg is. So if I was lunging down into a side lunge, this would be my straight leg. I try to get my foot flat on the ground if I can, because then you'll get a stretch on the side of the lower leg, which is kind of nice. And if not, if the foot is up, just hold yourself a little bit and just work on getting that stretch to where ultimately you get that foot flat. From here, it's the same as the rock backs. And you're rocking straight back. Do not rock into the leg that's straight. You just want to go straight back with this, okay? Coming forward and back. I'm anchoring into that leg and my two hands that are down here, and my leg that's totally bent, okay? So we'll do 5 reps, switch sides, and overall we're gonna do 2 sets, all right? So 5 reps, we'll go ready and begin, slowly going back. There's 1, coming forward, going back for 2, and forward, heading back for 3, and forward, going for 4. And each time you're going back, you're trying to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Last rep for 5. Coming up, bring it in. Relax a little bit. Getting ready. Opposite leg, bringing it out. You can get that leg flat, nice and straight, and then my foot is flat, so I can kind of brace into that. Again, I'm not trying to fall over into that leg. If anything, I'm trying to stay on line here to come down into this leg. Let's go ahead and get ready. We'll go 3, 2, 1, begin. Back for 1, coming up, going down for 2, coming up. Here's 3, and just thinking a little bit deeper each time. Coming up, here's 4, coming up, last rep. There's 5. Coming up, go ahead and go back to center. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Opposite leg out, get into position. And what you might find is it's easier to get into a deeper position this time for the second set. We'll go ahead and begin. 3, 2, 1, rocking back. Coming up, rocking back for 2. Coming up, going for 3. Coming up, here's number 4. Coming up, number 5. Coming up, go ahead and relax, bring that leg in. My right leg goes out, getting into position. We'll go ready and begin, rocking back. Nice and gentle. So just really nice stretch. Going back for 2. Coming up, going for 3. Coming up, number 4. Coming up, last rep, here we go. Coming up, bring that leg in, good job, nice work. There it is, that's kind of a rock back series that we're gonna keep adding on to over the weeks. Be sure to get a drink of water. No, the stretch is kind of nice because it's not crazy intense. If you were with us on Wednesday, this is a good recovery day for you. All right, so coming back to all fours, knees shoulder width apart, we're gonna go into bird dog. And for this, I'm thinking 12 reps overall. And we'll do 2 sets, 6 reps on both sides. And remember, bird dog, opposite arm, opposite leg. Coming out, opposite arm, opposite leg. Coming out. Okay? And just remember, squeeze the glute. Don't rock or throw your arms or try to throw or rock your legs. You're trying to squeeze your glutes and squeeze through the back to make the movement happen. So let's go ahead and get ready and begin. Coming up, left down, that's 1. Coming up, there's 2. Coming up, that's 3. Coming up, 4. Coming up, 5. Coming up, 6. Halfway there. Coming up, 7. Coming up, 8. Coming up, 9. Coming up. 10. Coming up. 11. Last rep, here we go, coming up. And that's 12. Go ahead and come down, relax. Shake your wrists out if you need to. We'll do one more set and head into our next stretch. Coming forward. And before we start this set, one thing to realize when you're going through, when you're trying to stay parallel to the ground, when you start getting tired, your hips might open up or you'll start to twist. Okay, and you still want to stay in that plank orientation when you're going through this movement. So just be aware of that. All right, let's go. Ready and begin. Coming up. There's 1. Coming up. That's 2. Coming up for 3. Coming up. That's 4. Coming up for 5. Coming up. There's 6. Halfway there. Coming up for 7. Going up for 8. Coming up. That's 9. Stay with it. Coming up. That's 10. Coming up. 11. Coming up. Last rep. There's 12. And go ahead and relax. Nice job. Good work. There's your bird dogs. Okay. So, from here, we're going to go into downward dog. And I think last week and the week before, I started adding this movement in. It's a downward dog to a pigeon stretch. And for a refresher on this, you go to your high plank, a little bit wider, feet shoulder width apart. When I go down to my downward dog and I post here, what you're going to do is you're going to lift one leg or the other, and then when you come down to that high plank, you're going to sweep through. And I still have my weight on my back leg and my 2 hands. When I bring this knee up, what I'm trying to do is to roll into it, roll to my outside just a little bit to get this pigeon stretch. And where you're going to feel it is back here on the glute, but mainly the glute and deep hips. That's kind of where this is going to attack. After you roll into that a little bit, we'll go right back into a high plank, and then downward dog, opposite leg, and sweep through. And we're thinking for this, we're only going to do 1 set, 3 reps on both sides. And that usually sets you up pretty good for the pigeon stretch. You can really work through the hips. Okay? So let's go ahead and get to high plank. Get set. We'll go ready and downward dog. Holding that position, push with the palms. Drive those heels into the ground. We're going to hang here for a sec. From there, I'm going to raise my right leg up to the sky. Hold. Coming forward, sweeping through. Right leg down. Planting on both my arms and my back leg. I use those for support. And I get deeper into the stretch as I feel comfortable. We're all going to be in a little bit different place. Some people might have their hip all the way on the ground, and they're laying all the way towards the ground. That's where we're trying to get to. Setting into this, coming back to high plank, getting ready, downward dog. From here, I'm raising my left leg, hold, and sweep through. Left leg comes forward, and then go down onto it. As I get more comfortable with how deep I want this stretch, I'll relax my arms and back leg. Taking my weight again, going back to my high plank, pushing back, downward dog. We'll go a little quicker this time. Right leg up for 2nd rep. Coming forward, right leg down. Rolling into the stretch, nice and deep. I give myself about 3 little pulses, going back to high plank. From high plank, downward dog. I did my right leg last time, left leg up, fold, coming through. Down on my left leg. As I feel ready, I get a little deeper into it. Give myself about 3 little pulses. From here, go back to your high plank. And this is our last round. Downward dog, right leg up, coming forward, right leg down, and slide into that stretch. After you get your pulses, there's mine, back to high plank. Here's your last rep, driving back, left leg up, sweeping forward, left leg down. From here, again, I'm thinking 3 little rolls, just to kind of stretch my glute and hips out. After 3, come back to high plank, down on all 4s, and come on up. Good job, nice work. Downward dog to pigeon. It's a good way to hit the hamstrings and the glutes and some of those outside hip muscles. From here, now we're going to do a little bit of spine work. And this is thread the needle. We've done this a few times. I like it. It gets it all the way from my lower back up through to my thoracic spine. Really good stretch / exercise. From here, we're going to go on all 4s. And all you're going to do, the thread the needle part is, since I have my left arm down and planted, I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to thread it through. And I'm trying to come down and twist to where I can get my shoulder down, right? While I still have my hand planted. From there, I come through, twist up to the ceiling, okay? So we'll do 2 sets of 5 on both sides, and then we'll go from there, all right? So I'm gonna start with left arm planted, right arm coming through. We'll go ready and begin. First 5 reps, coming through and twist, opening up, point to the sky. Coming through, second rep, coming out, point to the sky. Number 3, thread that needle, coming out, point to the sky. Number 4, thread the needle, coming out, point to the sky. Last rep, thread the needle, open up, point to the sky. And come down, planting with the right arm. Left arm's free, getting ready. Here we go, begin. Left arm through, thread the needle. Coming out, point to the sky. There's 1. Coming through, thread the needle. Coming out, point to the sky. Coming through, thread the needle. Coming out, point to the sky. 4th rep, here we go. Thread that needle. Coming out, point to the sky. Last rep, thread the needle. Coming out, point to the sky. Good job. Relax for a sec. Give your arms a break. Nice work. We'll do 1 more set, and then we're going to break into core. Okay? The thread the needle is really nice if you're doing any upper body work, be it push-ups, bent over rows, pull-ups. It just kind of helps the back and the rotator cuff kind of warm up. Get ready for doing some work. So coming back, let's go ahead and get ready. Back on all 4s. Going back with my left arm planted, sweeping through with my right. We'll go ready and begin. Coming through, opening up. Point to the sky for 1. Coming down, thread the needle. Coming back, rotating to the sky for 2. Going down, thread the needle. Coming back, opening up for 3. We got 2 reps on this side left. Here we go, thread the needle. Coming back, opening up to the sky. Last rep. Going through, coming back, opening up, There it is. Come on over, good job, nice work. Just got to thread with the left, and we move on to core. Let's go, get ready, and begin threading left. Coming back, open up. There's one. Coming through, go ahead and thread. Coming back, open up. There's two. Going through. Coming back, open up. That's three, two left on this side. Thread the needle. Coming back, open up to the sky. Last rep, here we go. Thread the needle, nice and deep. Coming back, open up to the sky. Come back to center. Give yourselves a hand, good job. There's our stretch for the day. Okay, be sure to get some water. And now we're gonna segue into core. And like we've been doing for the past 6 weeks, on core days, we're gonna do 5 exercises. And for the 5 exercises, time out.